Hello everyone, welcome to my Thursday forecast. Let's get started. So the euro and the US dollar, what we had in the prior price action, well, we broke this low finally. We were stuck in this range between the low and the high, so we broke the low. But what happened then? Well, we retraced straight away and then we continued to the downside. But what happened after this impulse? Well, we left an absolutely huge wick. So currently what I'm waiting for the break of the low or the high. Why? Well, this is a trend to the downside now because I'm seeing an impulse pull back another impulse, but this absolutely huge wick makes me stay out of any trades. When I see this, I just see, well, I see indecision. I see that the market doesn't really know where it wants to go, and I know that we can expect either a reversal or a larger range. Both of those options I want to stay out of. So I'm just waiting for the break of the low or the high. If we continue down, I would definitely be looking for a trade, since then it is a trend. So looking for a flag or a break and retest trade, something like this. Or we can start to form a descending structure, then reverse to the upside and get a flag to the long side. Or we can get a nice large impulse up and then look for a trade long. Also we can get an ascending structure, reversal, trade to the short side. So, or we can get, let's say, something like this, and if it's a large impulse I would look for a flag, but then this would also give me a V, so I would need to be a little bit more careful in that case. And what I know that if we do get a larger range, which the market is signaling to me because of this huge wick, I know that there are liquidity areas, so above and below, and we need to see how the price reacts in those areas. Does it just break and retrace, or does it continue with momentum? So let's see what happens in the so today and tomorrow. But currently, as I said, I'm waiting for the break of the low or the high. Now let's take a look at the euro and the Japanese yen. There was an entry right here. I know that some people were in this. So what I was seeing at this point, I was seeing a descending structure, break of the low, retrace, break of the low, retrace, break of the low, retrace. Then we broke the low and continued. So on the euro pairs, we know that there is a chance that we will get a descending and then an impulse in the same direction, which is exactly what we got here. So we got the descending structure, impulse in the same direction. So at this point I was looking for maybe a flag or a combo to the entry point, and I didn't want to just take a straight retrace to the entry point, which would be right here on this candle, I think. Yeah, so this inside bar would be my entry candle, and I wasn't ready to take a straight retrace, because for me personally it would give a volatility, a indication of volatility, and I know when we get volatility we usually get a small range and then we continue in the direction of the second leg, or we just range for a really long time. So wasn't prepared to put a pending order straight after this candle formed, but I did like this overall price action. Just was looking for a different continuation entry. So what happened now? Well, for anyone that had a pending order, they got tagged in and are now in some nice profits. So then we had another impulse, and same as on the EU pair, we left an absolutely huge wick, and currently I'm waiting for the break of the low or the high. This to me is just signaling either a reversal or a larger range. So really similar story as on the euro and US dollar. I would like to see a continuation down, then I would look for a trade, or maybe something like this, then a break and retest trade. We can start to form a descending, that is always a possibility. Then I would look for a reversal and a trade to the long side, or we can reverse straight from here. If we get the V reversal, then I would look for a small range and a continuation of the second leg, and then look for a trade. So those are some of the possibilities. We can also start to form an ascending structure right here, get a reversal, look for a short trade. But to me, this is just looking, well, it's not looking that good because of this absolutely huge wick. So as I said, waiting for the break of the low or the high. Maybe we get more of a trend to a downside. I would really like to see something like that. Or we just range for a really long time between the low or the high. So let's now switch to the Aussie and US dollar. Was in a trade also, not also, but was in this trade. I really like the price action right here. We had this ascending structure, then we had one impulse, small pullback, no momentum shift, continuation of the momentum, and after this candle formed, I was very happy to place the 1% risk, so pending long order. Then I got tagged in and tagged out, so this was a 1% loss, but was a very, very good trade in my opinion. And at this point I was looking to get in on a reversal, which is a common pattern. We get an ascending, then a reversal, look for a trade short, but the next candle gave me this huge wick, and after this one I removed my pending order, which was at this level, or which was at the most recent low. So I removed my order, and then for anyone that still had their order, they will get tagged in and they would now be in some nice profit. But as I said, for me it didn't fit my plan to get in on this reversal. So now we are trending to a downside. We had this nice impulse, but it ended with double wicks and this absolutely huge wick. So for me, I'm waiting for the break of the low or the high. I'm not taking any trades in this area. What I would like to see is I would like to see momentum continue and then get a retest of the most recent low, or a large impulse and then a nice flag. Or I would like to see a descending structure, reversal up, look for a trade to the long side, or a nice ascending structure, reversal, look for a trade short. Maybe we get the V, small range, look for an impulse up, then a trade to the long side, or we can get an ascending structure, reversal, look for a short trade. Also we can range for a long time between the high and the low, also a possibility, but I'm looking at this as a nice trend. So I want to see this momentum continue down, and I want to get in on some short trades. Now for the Aussie and the Japanese yen, very similar story. Also was in a trade and also was a loss. So let me go through it. Very, very similar story. Had this ascending structure, broke out of this larger range. Had a nice free candle impulse. Small pullback, no momentum shift, continued with the momentum. Had a clean close right here, so it had all of the signs of being a very high probability trade, and it fit my plan 100%. I placed the pending order and I got tagged out, so it was a 1% loss also. And I was also looking for a reversal, so the Aussie and US dollar and this pair moved very similarly. I was looking for a reversal, but then the next candle gave me a wick, and then I removed my order, which was right here. But for anyone that left their order, they would get tagged in and they would be in also profit, and very nice profit. So then we got this large impulse down, got the absolutely huge wick on the bottom. And currently, well, I'm waiting for the break of the low or the high. Because of this absolutely huge wick, this makes me stay out of any trades that form currently. So I'm waiting for the price to break the low and continue with the trend. Maybe give us a flag, or continue with the trend, give us a break and retest, or a descending structure, reversal up, look for a long trade. We can get the V reversal and then a small range, as I said, something like this, or we can get an ascending structure, reversal down, look for a short trade, or we can stay ranging for a long time between the low and the high, also a possibility. But yeah, this is looking good. trend to the downside, and as I said, I'm waiting for maybe the trend to continue, and then I will be very happy to look for trades. If anyone got right here in a short, they will be in heavy profit. For me, after this wick formed, it didn't fit my plan anymore. So yeah, that is it for the forecast. We're getting some nice moves, and maybe we get a nice trend so that we can get in on a short, or if maybe the price reverses, we can get in on a long. So yeah, that is it for the forecast, and I will see you guys in the next one.